We have an update in the case of more than 100 Venezuelan men who were deported from the U.S. to El Salvador in March, accused of being gang members by the Trump administration. While those men have since been returned to Venezuela, a federal judge ruled that they were denied due process when they were removed from this country. The opinion says the Trump administration must either bring them back to the U.S. or facilitate some kind of hearing that would satisfy their right to a day in court. This ruling puts the spotlight back on the notorious prison in El Salvador that those men were sent to. It's a prison that was supposed to be the subject of a report that was pulled from Sunday's 60 Minutes broadcast, but still found its way online. In his ruling on Monday, U.S. District Judge James Boasberg wrote that a group of Venezuelan men deported to the infamous CECOT prison in El Salvador were denied their due process rights and will thus require the government to facilitate their ability to obtain such hearing. Our law requires no less. He added, plaintiffs should not have been removed in the manner that they were, with virtually no notice and no opportunity to contest the basis of their removal. The Trump administration has not said if it will appeal yet. Those deportations came after President Trump invoked the Alien Enemies Act, a rarely used law that allows the removal of non-citizens with little to no due process. The prison is notorious for its harsh conditions. A New York Times investigation in November published accounts from prisoners who said they were subjected to physical violence and sexual assaults at the hands of prison guards. It was also the subject of a 60 Minutes segment set to air this past weekend. But according to a CBS News statement, it was pulled from the episode because it needed additional reporting. However, on Monday, that segment did appear in a version of 60 Minutes that streamed on the Canadian Global TV's digital platform in Canada, quickly spreading across social media. The report shared the story of at least one man who recounted being forced into stress positions under the threat of solitary confinement in a windowless, pitch-black room. CBS News said it plans to air the Inside CECOT 60 Minutes segment in a future broadcast.